MMP 001, Block 4, Unit 14. Today we have the topic alternative evaluations in buying decisions. So content what we are going to cover today: introduction, alternative evaluation for components, and formation of brand sets for alternative evaluations, the choice making rules, the basic choice heuristics, the marketing response to the choice heuristics. So before we'll go for the alternatives, we need to understand it that first we have covered, that is in the consumer decision making process, the 5 stages starts with the problem identifications, or then after that pre-purchase search, then it is evaluation of alternatives. Today we are going for the evaluation of alternatives. Then that is purchase, then post-purchase behavior. So when we are going to think about the evaluation of alternatives, two things are coming to our mind. One is your what the brands are present in our memory, that is in the internal state, and what the brands are available external, what we are getting it from the different sources. So that we are going to judge, and out of that we are going to select which is the best one. So we will start with the introduction. That few questions we are going to ask, and that questions are mean to the consumers. How do consumers choose one brand from among the brand alternatives? Means when we are going to think about a particular cell phone, a laptop, or any particular products, how we are going to evaluate the brands. So different brands are there, and brands having the attributes. So attributes comparisons we are trying to do to select any particular brand of cell phones or laptops. Second, do consumers use any identifiable and visible choice rule for evaluations? So that also we need to see that whether consumer has any criteria to evaluate which brand of cell phone or which brand of laptop he wants to purchase, and what are the criteria that we are going to discuss also that. Third is, do consumers select the best alternative and reject the bad ones? So what is the mode of selections, and in this particular mode of selections, how consumers finally taking the decisions that which are the good brands and which are the bad brands as per him or her. And that is also trying to keep it as a perception that these brands are good or bad. So how do they find their ways in a maze of brand alternatives with significant attribute differences? So we have seen that when we are judging the different brands of a particular product, so we can able to see that too many features, that the features being compared day by day. These things are happening in the internet also, that when we are comparing few brands, is it possible also 4 brands we can compare max to max. So that is, we know it very well that the different websites are there. Those who are trying to do gadgetguru.com is smartpix.com is, these are the websites where you can able to compare the different brands. That may be cars, that may be bikes, that may be cell phone, that may be laptops, like that. So here that consumers use different evaluative criteria in different buying situations. So evaluative criteria changes. How evaluative criteria changes as per the situations. Like I can say that day by day, earlier we are going for one thing is that we are very much interested for to get the warm in the sweater. But day by day, the concept of sweater being changed, like that thin sweater or thick sweater. So here the consumer's preferences is different, that they are interested for the thick one or thin one, more weight one or less weight one, or which made brand is there. So these are the criteria that is also changing with the situations. Means what earlier people are thinking about, we called it as a basic product. So nowadays they are going for the augmented or potential products. That is, more is the features and more different way this product can able to handle the situations. So that is mostly accepted. If I'm going to say like that, when the vehicles is moving, that the wiper you can operate manually. Now this is, they are going to say that automated wiper is nowadays available in the car, that is climate control wipers. Means when there will be a rain, automatically the wiper will on. So these are the few kind of things that criteria is changing. Instead of you are going for that, now you are going for that. Like I can say that earlier there is a fixation of steering and people are enjoying the steering position. Now there is telescopic, then adjustments of this particular steering. So more comfortness and more things are being there. So because of that, the buying situations are changing, and because of the buying situations are changing, the customers' criteria to select the different brands of products are also changing day by day. Now, alternative evaluation, or we can call it as a evaluation of alternative. That the four components what we are going to select to judge which is good or which is bad. Product attributes of different alternatives. So it is very common that even if also people are going to purchase any electronic gadgets, electrical gadgets, or high priced products, like I can say if it is a car, if it is a bike, if it is a refrigerator, if it is a cell phone, if it is a camera, all those cases that the attribute comparison is taking place. But more into that, the attribute is also converted into the benefit. In the next point, that is utility function of each attribute, means how important this attribute is to the customer. So more is the important, then more is the customer is giving weightage to that particular attributes. Means if, like I can say that if I'm purchasing a particular cell phone and I'm very much interested for the camera system, then I'll give more importance to the camera, and I am very much ready to purchase the cell phone whose camera is better by not comparing the other components like the internet services, like the screen size, like the weight of the cell phone or battery backup. So sometimes some of the utilities that is each customer is giving higher importance, and because of that he is selecting that one. Now importance weights of attributes. No, weights of the attributes means how you people are going to give the weights, that each consumer is trying to give the weights. Like these particular functions or this particular attribute is more important, so that's why he's giving more weights. And the components which are not essential, or although essential, but that is the priority is not there for the customers, so they are going to give less weights to that. Now set of brand beliefs that prevail about the different alternatives. So what extent the consumer is going to believe that what the attributes already shown by the company, that is actually truth is there or not. Like I can say a non-reputed brands of 50 megapixel camera and a reputed brand of 50 megapixel camera, and there is a huge price differences is there. So here customers is changing the belief. Why? Because he is very much interested the brand what is it already experimented by the too many people's, already given the review about the brand, or you have used that particular brand earlier, so there is a believability is very high. But if the brand is completely new, very rarely people have the knowledge regarding that particular brand, that particular cases, although features are many, customers may not purchase this particular brand of product. So these are the four components. First is the product attribute wise, we are going to differentiate which is better. Then utility based as for the consumer, that which attribute is better and which attribute is not good for the customers. Third is that giving weightage to each attribute, which weightage, which attribute the customer is giving more weightage. And fourth one is the degree of believability on that particular product components or that particular company's product. Now types of information sought. So these kind of things already we have discussed in the previous slides also. There are four things are there what we have discussed now: utility functions, product attributes, importance weights, and brand beliefs. So utility functions we have discussed regarding how the different functions of a particular product is important to the persons. Product attribute, too many attributes are there, customers sometimes may select because of more attributes, he might be going to select one of the brand. But out of these attributes, if you are going to find only 10 attributes having certain utility, then you are going through the utility functions. Third one is importance weightage, which particular part you are giving more importance. Like everywhere it has, you will find people can able to observe it very well also, that 90 to 100% decisions of the consumers are based on only first few attributes of the product where they are giving the higher importance. Means we can say that the 25% or 10% attribute, the decision is 80%, or 20% attribute, the decision is 80%, and 80% attributes is still your decision is only 20%. So that's why these 10% attribute, what is it present? So mostly people are going to give their opinion on the basis of the best 20 attributes, not that 20% of the attributes, not that the 80% of the attributes. So that's why importance weightage what the customer already put to the different attributes. Brand beliefs is how many years the brand is operating in the market, how many satisfied customers are there, or we can go through the reviews of that particular brand, or that brand, what are the different kind of product is it selling. Like I can say that if you are purchasing a product from a Samsung, if you are purchasing a product from Nokia, if you are purchasing a product from the Sony or Philips, we can able to see there is a lot of diversifications are there, lot of different kind of products they are producing from last 20 to 30 years. So people have the believability on those kind of brands that they are producing good quality products. When they are launching a new product also, people are ready to accept. But a brand is unknown and people have not seen that particular brand earlier, and new brand is coming, and if you have started this particular new product, so consumer may or may not believe that. So that is going to happen. So that is types of information sought. Now it is the product attributes. So we will go individually that what the discussions we have made, that product is the best described as the bundle of benefits. So here two things are coming to the picture. One is your attributes, second is the benefits. So attributes, all the features shown by the marketer, and benefits are the features those customer consider is having certain utility. Like I can say that fully flat screen, semi-flat screen. So this is a attribute already shown by the companies. But for a customer, these screens are not important unless until the clarity is there. So that we can say that if you are going to sell PPL density, the density of the points, number of points available in the screen. So that particular cases you will find that cell phones, PPI densities, that it is more, people are going to consider that is better, but all the customers are never going through that what is the number of points are there. So they are thinking that if this is from the particular brand, so I'm ready to purchase. So during information search, consumers may be buying process identify several attributes of their needed products. So when searching the informations regarding the different brands of product, so most of the consumers are during that process, they are going to consider the attributes which really they require. If the attributes are not required, or they are unable to convert it into benefits, or it is not at all a benefit for a customer, so customer is not considering that particular attributes, although it has been shown by the companies. The product attributes vary with consumers. So the product attributes vary with consumers means that these attributes what they have shown, the customer preferences is based on that which are the attributes they consider is a good attribute and which are the attributes they consider is not at all a good attribute. So on the basis of that, one person to the next person, what the attributes they are going to select, it differs. Further, they are always determined by the consumer needs. Again, also the what kind of consumer, just like I can say one consumer requires, if he is purchasing a bike, the fuel efficiency is more. So he's never going to consider what is the power of the bike, or that is the look and other things. So he is mostly concentrating on the fuel efficiency. Second person customer is selecting that the bike must be a good power, speed maintenance, the braking system should be good. He is coming under another category. So here what the consumer needs differs from one to one. So that's why the bikes also selection of the different brands of bikes based on this consumer needs differs from one customer to another. Now it is the utility function. Attribute so identified has a utility function. So when we have seen the attributes, like we can say that a particular TV. So the attributes can be that there are so many points to connect to the TV. So some of the customers may think that If so many points are there in the TV, I am never going to use my laptop with the TV. I am never going to use any Bluetooth to my TV. So what is the utility of that one? Only that I have to connect with that one and I'll go through the Tata Sky or some kind of things I can able to see. So for them, what are the different attachments you have shown it in the TV is a valueless, and that attributes utility functions we are going to see is less. So customer may not take the decisions on the basis of if it is a 2 HDMI port or 3 HDMI port, rather than he's going to the 1 HDMI port is sufficient for them. So this is the first one, that is utility functions mostly they want to see. Second, utility may not be functional all the time, it could be emotional. Means more is the utility, you are sometimes very happy that my TV can perform this one, my TV can do this one, my TV has the high-end TV and Wi-Fi connectivity, Bluetooth also you can do. So these are the functions mostly we are talking about. But if you are going to study how often we are using these kind of functions with our different gadgets is very rare. So their utility is very low. So we are sometimes emotionally attached with the brand only because of that. That brand can able to give more services to me, means more number of attributes to me. But what is the utility of all those attributes if you are going to see, that may be very low. So that is the kind of thing is happening. Now, importance weights of attributes. How you are giving the weights to the attributes? Like I can say that one is the TV screen quality, TV sizes, TV sound quality. So you have more importance to the not to the size of the TV. You have more importance to the quality of the TV. Means clarity. What the clarity in the pictures you can able to see. Second aspects you can talk the sound quality. How the sound quality is incoming. But you are not giving that the weightages to the connectivity, not weightages to the size of this particular TV or weight of the TV, LED, LCD, plasma, it may be. So altogether you are considering my pictures should be very nice to see. At least I can able to see the clarity in whatever I'm watching. Second thing is that my sound clarity must be there. So these two things aspects are you are giving the highest weightage. So some salesperson, if they are going to educate you that these are the different functions you can do, customers are not willing to do that one. More often that it is quite difficult for the sales people to educate the oldest people regarding the new functions of a TV, because they will not purchase, because they know it very well that my TV watching is only to see the clarity of pictures and a good sound. That's all, not more than that. Different buyers of similar products differ in their perception. So here, buyers of the similar products differ in their perception. That's why that they are changing for the different brands. They might be liking that these are the options must be in the remote control. The remote control must be thin one. The remote control must be kept somewhere. It looks very nice. Or these functions I can able to do. I can utilize the sounds for different forms. I can change the different formats of pictures. So this is purely based on that what you are perceiving as for your requirement you are trying to do. More often what we have seen, consumer is always familiarized with a one kind of attributes what they have used previously. Like in your previous TV, what the attributes are there and what way you are functioning those attributes. So that is must be present in your new TV. If it is not happening in that way, so mostly you are dissatisfied. So perception wise, we are accustomed with a kind of way of operations. So if you are changing our way of operations or the remote control shapes, the buttons being changed, the button names being changed, we are feeling so much discomfort. So that's why whenever we are going to give the weightage, mostly weightages are based on what are the things we have given priority earlier, so we are going to give the same attributes more priority in new models also. Now brand beliefs based on consumer perception. So how the consumers are believing about a particular brand. So we know it very well that a brand image, so we can say there are so many things are there. How often this particular company can able to give the product which is a successful product in the market, means the quality of the product is not deteriorated and what the price structure they have given, that price structure is a good price, their intention is not to take more money from the customers to give a low standard services or like that. So brand image can be created. It's not a one day work. It is a very long term process. Means companies are trying at least 8 to 10 years, 20 years, 30 years to create a very nice brand image, and the brand image will be remaining for so many years strong. So that will be creating a very strong, that is likability or believability will be going to increase. So that is, once believability is strong, so what it will happen, any new product is coming to the market, always customer is going to search that the previous brand or which brand he is using regularly, that brand in that particular product is available or not. Like I can say, very nice example I can give, that people are purchasing LG TV, happy enough, they are going for LG washing machine, happy enough, they are going for the LG refrigerator, happy enough, they are going for the LG micro oven. So that means the brand they are associated with, or if they have purchased any particular product in that particular brand and highly satisfied, that is also they are trying to carry the same brand with the other products, and the brand image is too strong. Now, brand image helps consumers in believing which brand is more likely to have a particular attribute. So, brand-wise, certain attributes are also there. Like we can say that few brands they are very popular for certain activities or like that. So, if you can say that Apple having a special kind of softwares, they are going to give through the laptops, and iTunes are there. Or if you are going for Geo services, there are specific kinds of Geo 7 music, then other things are there. If you are going to the Airtel, so each brand is associated with the certain attributes. What you will get, just like if you are going through the Amazon Mini TV, that is the there, or brands being having too many things, are Amazon Pay and other things. So the attributes what you are getting from a particular brand, so you are satisfied more than you are going for the more brands. Like also you can say Paytm. Earlier Paytm was for only to transfer the money. Today Paytm also for the product, and Paytm is also for the services. Means it is nowadays more popular for services than the product, because people are purchasing, paying electricity, paying water bill, paying cylinder prices, everything through the Paytms they are trying to do. Next is that the alternative evaluation process is the interplay of these four factors, and after having ascertained that the brands under consideration possesses all the desired attributes, consumers will identify how their satisfaction will vary in response to changing levels of performance in those attributes. Like I can say that day by day the consumers are changing. Means I can't say that every time the same brand will remain forever, because people are always trying to consider that if they are getting the same level of satisfaction or same performance with the lower price, so there is a chance that people may switch over the brand, so their preferred brand to the next brand. So although brand image is too strong, as the company is unable to reduce the price of the product, so what it will happen that mostly the companies that is those who can able to provide the same kind of services with the lower price will capture the market. These are the things already happened, that when we are going to talk regarding Samsung, once upon a time was very successful in cell phone productions and selling, but today you will find that the MI, Realme and all those people came with the lower brand image, but they have started with the feature which is more superior or more features than the Samsung, and they are successful now. Next is formation of the brand sets for the alternative evaluations. So first we will start with that one. A crucial aspect of alternative evaluation is a decision on how many brands or alternatives will engage the consideration. So here what is it happening, that is it possible that each individual customers can evaluate all the brands what is it present? No, it is not that possible that consumer will search all those brands. So there is a word of mouth plays a vital role, because customers are always within the reference groups. So within the reference group, there are few brands are always coming from the reference group, that these brands are quite successful brands in the market. So always consumers are trying to search within the known brands. They are never trying to search within the unknown brands. So to become a known unknown brands to the known brands, so many kind of facilities or advertisements being already started by the companies to make their brand will be more popular in the market. market. Like I can say that OnePlus is quite successful in the cell phone. Now OnePlus also started with the LED TV. So the few companies those who are successful, Mojerware is quite successful in CD production, but Mojerware now also entered into the LCD TV and LED TV. So these kind of things they are trying to do to give the options to the consumers that also we are making. So before you will take the decisions, and although you know that these brands are quite successful, but we may not be in that success we got in last 10, 20 years. But we can also produce the better products that is similar to your preferred brand. So you may try it. So there is a chance that the brand switching can be possible. Customer may not select the brand which already he has taken. So he may go switch over to the next brand. As stated before, during information search, whether internal or external, a consumer will come to know the existence of the various brands available in the market. So when the exposure is more, consumer exposure is more, means he has gone through newspapers several times, involved in the cell phones or internets through the laptops, or he is watching very often the TV programs. So that particular cases there is a overexposure, or going to the dealers or retailers very often. So that particular the chances is very high that to know the new brands. So this is what creating this particular new brands can be known by the customers. Next is, after having given these brands due consideration, the number of brand alternatives will further go down and will constitute the choice sets. So now sometimes what is it going to happen? Your choice set will become bigger or smaller. It depends on that how many brands is already present with you, that is in your memory. They are the good brands. Now the new brands coming to the picture through by overexposure to the different kind of sources. So when the new brands are coming, the comparison takes place again, and by comparing all those attributes, we can able to know that whether these brands are good brands or bad brands. If the new brands are not good brands, then again we are deducting, we are keeping the brands which is available. But the new brands are some extent superior than the previous brand, then what it is trying to do? It is replacing that particular place, and these things are coming. And finally, what is the choice set? To whom we are going to say the choice set? The final highly reputed brands, and that is almost nearer to purchase. When you are going to select any particular brand to purchase, most of the customers will go through the choice set. The brands which are highly popular, high brand image, good qualities, better price structures are always takes place in the choice set. Now consideration of brands, how we people are considering. So first we are going through the all brands of laptops. So let us see all brands of laptops by Flipkart, Amazon, and all these things. Then you can do two types of things. One is your awareness set and brand unknown. So one is your awareness, you are not aware a particular brand, but this particular thing can be possible that some extent you have the knowledge, or more extent you have the knowledge, or mediocre having the knowledge. Brands unknown, these brands not known by the people, those who are your colleagues or family members, they do not have the knowledge regarding the brands, and you are knowing first time this. Here some of the examples being given, but we cannot say that nowadays also Asus brand and Toshiba brands are quite popular and people are using that one. So awareness set cases, we can say that all the brands what they are showing, that is almost awareness level is very high, people are, but they are also equally going through the unknown brands. Now unknown brands, most of the time people are not willing to select. Like very often we have seen that there are a lot of smart watches are there. Let me going to say that if it is a board, it is bold, then few other brands are there where customers have the knowledge. So that is awareness set cases that will come. But there are n number of brands is coming to the picture. Petron and other brands are coming to the pictures. People do not have the knowledge, so they are not going to consider that particular brand. So that means only awareness set level brands that is going to be considered. Then again it is divided into three. One is your consideration state, means you are considering these brands are good, but you cannot take the decisions for to purchase. That is consideration state. Second is inept state. Inept is that most willingness brands, means these brands definitely you are going to purchase. Innate set, These brands, although available in your memory, but you are not taking decisions about that brand. Like I can say that there are few brands of TVs are already available with you. Like I can say that Videocon TV is available, LED TV. Then you are going to find Onida LED TV is available. Then I can say that T series LED TV is available. There are n number of brands are there also. We can consider. So these are coming under inert sets. These brands existing with you, but you are not taking decisions on that particular brand. So this is the three kind of sections you are going to find. So from the consideration brand, then you are going to the choice sets. Okay. So inept set cases that you are going to select or not, that is depending on that. So consideration means you are considering, and that becomes a choice sets. So in the choice sets, then you are going for the selected brand or brands not selected. So that means in the choice set, mostly you are going to find the reputed brands are there, and within that you are not going to select these particular things. That is mostly going to happen. So consideration set is different from the inept set, and inert set is that inept sets having certain negative things you thought about these particular brands, that's why you may not select it. And inert set cases, mostly you are not at all interested to go for this particular brand. Might be low profile brands or low quality brands, or you are not thinking about that particular brand can able to produce that particular kind of product. But when it is coming to the considerations, means it is for the next further stage is it happening. So here the choice set, I told already in my previous slide that choice set cases, the reputed brands are there. So within that, two things are there selected. So one brand you are going to select, because finally one brand you are going to purchase. It is just not like that. 2 to 3 brands you are going to purchase. Got it? So that's why the selected brands, only one brand you are going to select, and you are taking the opinion on the basis of that. And brands not selected, and certain brands you are not willing to select it. Now the choice making rules. So follow neither procedures nor rules in respect of evaluating the alternatives. So sometimes some of the brands we are going to select without having the qualities and other thing, because we are emotionally too much attached. Like I can say that so many years if you have used the Sony TV, so many years you are using BPL TV, so many years you are using the Samsung TV. So what it will happen, you are emotionally attached to the brand. So whenever the new product you are going to purchase, although you have seen that alternative brands are better, but still you are selecting that particular brand only because of that you are emotionally attached with that particular brand. And here that the search for relevant criteria, combine, integrate the information in such a way that facilitates choice making for the product or services. So here you are going for the one is that emotional, second is the rational. So rational cases, you are not thinking that if I'll go for a new product, I am not going to consider the previous brands. I will go through the what are the features are available. The features, good features, or these features being liked by the customers. So he is giving more importance to that point of features. So that particular cases he is going to select certain products. Other cases he is going to find the features what he requires. These features are not available. So he is going to give the product another. So this is the way by he is going to try to make the choice criteria. And out of that, the choice criteria, he is going for the finalized one, where he is finding that the product price and comparison with the benefit what he is going to get, that is more benefit with comparison to the price, then he is going to select that particular brand. Consumers make a variety of choice over time with reference to the various products and brands. These are made on the basis of certain criteria known as choice rules and heuristics. So consumers always having in the mind that how to select a particular brand. So there are different rules we are going to study here now. The product, selecting a particular product or selecting a particular brand, there is a choice criteria each individual is trying to make. And on the basis of that particular choice rules, we call it as a heuristics. So consumers having the heuristics to understand this one. We know it very well in the Howard set model. There are three things are there. One is that evoked set, second is decision rules, and third one is the specific and non-specific motives. So when it is a non-specific and specific motives, you are selecting a particular brand on the basis of specific motives. You are selecting a particular brand only because of that it is a highly rated brand in your memory. That is what we called it as a epoch set. But the third one is the decision rules. Now the decision rules is coming here now. So how the consumer is taking the decisions on the basis of few rules. Let us go through the rules what the consumers are trying to put. The benefits of choice heuristics. Why the consumers are going through the heuristics to select a particular brand of product. The first reason is provide with the guidance while making the decision. So you are going to make a criteria. Every time you are trying to follow the same criteria. Like I can say that in the case of your decision making, we know it very well. Three things are there: limited problem solving, extensive problem solving, routinized response behavior. So when it is limited problem solving, the information is already gathered regarding a particular brand, and you can take the decisions by taking only few informations. Extensive problem solving, you have limited information earlier. Now you have to search a lot to get the information to take the decisions. The last one is the routinized response behavior. Here you have a routine, what he is saying now, that what the criteria you have already fixed, that is the criteria you want to evaluate. Let us say your criteria is for a TV is that first is the size of the TV will be this. Second thing is that the clarity of this particular TV. Then I can able to see the that is high definitions, that is 4K. I can go for HDR or 4K must be there. Fourth conditions is that there is a HDMI connectivity must be there in the side way so that I can able to connect it, not in the back way only. Then besides that, Bluetooth connectivity, Wi-Fi connectivity. So these are the criteria already fixed by the consumers. So provide the guidance while making the decision. Second, offer a shortcut to a long-term out decision process. So it is not like that you take much more time to take the decision because you require a TV instantly. So if you will consume at least 1 month to search all the brands, then verify all the attributes and finalize, it will go. That means during that time, maybe your World Cup match will be over and you are unable to watch anything. Although you purchased the right kind of types of TV. And refrigerator cases also, I can say that it's a hot summer and you are not taking decisions now. When the summer will be over, then you are that particular time you are purchasing the refrigerator. So it's a meaningless for this one. Now, third is allow them to integrate and arrange information in such a way that decisions may be made quickly and easily. So, integrating this particular information, how it is related to each other, and on the basis of that, you are taking the decisions. That how this will be quite easy for you. That you have made some kind of methodological. You are following that particular method and taking the decisions, which will be faster. Enable them the faster information processing by focusing on only salient criteria. So it is not possible that all the criteria you are going to compare with all the brands. So it's better to finalize which criteria are more vital and more important for you. Only 3 to 4 criteria are very much important for you. You take the decision on all the brands, only these 3 to 4 criteria, so that your system, that means information processing will be faster. Like I can say that if you are really interested for a cell phone, do not put more time to see all the attributes what is it available in the cell phone. Rather than focus mostly on the screen size, battery backup, then PPI index, that is the clarity of this particular picture. Then I'm going to talk regarding the camera. If you are interested for the selfie, go for the front camera, or otherwise the back camera also equally that you are going to do. And finally, the processor speed. So these are the things mostly you are going to be interested for. Only focus on that, not to spend more time, so that your decision making will be faster. Now the choice criteria, what we have already discussed, that is EPS, LPS and RRB. So extended problem solving, mostly high involved products cases, you will find extensive because you require more time to take the decision. Like I can say that if you want to purchase a camera, if you want to purchase a binocular, if you want to purchase a TV, if you want to purchase a car, you will take more time and you must be involved with that particular matter so that you can understand all the attributes. It is not possible nowadays because the technology is so vast. So how often you are the techno savvy persons to understand all those things. So that's why it will take some time to understand the technologies being used. Sometimes we have seen also nowadays the new cars are coming. You have the ability to pay the highest end car also, but the problem is that to operate all those functions, it may take more time. So that's why before you will go to purchase this particular kind of car, you must have the information or the knowledge regarding how to do all those activities. Limited problem solving, it is the mild range, limited informations you require for decision making, so it's not essential to spend more time. So you are spending lesser time to collect the informations and to verify whatever the things is it there. Routinized response behavior, what I told, that the last one most evident is respect to low involvement, frequently bought products. So you have purchased this kind of product earlier. So what it is going to happen, that you have the knowledge regarding that. Let us say if I'm going to say you are purchasing the bike. So you have 2-3 bikes you have purchased earlier, 2-3 cars you have purchased earlier. So you know everything, only few attributes you want to verify. So that attributes you need to see with the new brands of car or new brands of the product, then you verify. Now the choice rules of the multi-attribute choice model. So you are not selecting only one attribute, you are going for the multi-attributes. That means all the attributes you want to see what extent these attributes are good at in this particular brand of product. Then you are finalizing on that. So multi-attribute choice models explain how consumers combine their beliefs about the product attributes to form the attitudes about the various brand alternatives. So you are going to think that adding all those features and calculating, that we are going to do now through the examples. I can able to explain you how consumers are trying to do by scoring the different attribute score and finalizing which is the best one or which is not a good one. And here they further assume that the consumers will go through the standard hierarchy of effects of sequence, what we have already studied from the beginning, that AIDA, awareness level, extent of awareness about regarding a particular brand or product. Interest, that means you are going for more comprehension of that particular product to understand this positive and negative. Desire is that finally you are eligible to purchase that particular product, because here the thing plays vital role is the what is the amount you can pay, ability to pay. And second thing is that can you purchase it now or you are taking the decisions later on. Delayed the decisions. And action is the final decisions you are going to take regarding this particular kind of product you are purchasing. Now, choice rules of the multi-attribute model is like this, that the equations DJK, it is your consumer dissatisfaction with the brand J, because when you are dissatisfied with a particular brand, then you will be thinking about the more number of brands. If you are satisfied with the brands, then there is some sorts of that is brand loyalty will be there. So when brand loyalty will be there is a perceptual, means we can say biasness will be there. So your biasness will be more towards the brand which is performing earlier good. But when there is a dissatisfaction about the brand on the certain attributes, then you are going to think about the new brands, what is it available in the market. So the equation is equal to DJK is equal to summation of I is equal to I2N WIK into BIJK minus IIK. So this is being wrongly being written D, that is DJK, that is consumer dissatisfaction with the brand J. IIK, consumers ideal level of attribute I, means we are always trying to put that always we are having the knowledge that minimum camera will be not less than 10 megapixel, the screen size not less than, it will be 10 megapixel, screen size must not be less than 5 inch. Then your memory will be not less than 4 GB memory, and your processors must not be like that. You are going to specify the minimum level, ideal level of this thing. Now WIK is the importance weights assigned by the consumer K to the attribute I, means how important this attribute is to the consumer. Although the ideal levels you have said, let us say for a consumer like one consumer or the old age consumer is may not interested for the cell phone with the camera. He is very much interested how clarity it will come, or he can able to talk, how quickly he can do surf and internet he can do. So camera is not a vital thing. So that's why he may put less importance to the camera part of the cell phone. But at the same time, when you are going to think a young girl or college going girls are going to select a particular cell phone, they have to give more weightage to the camera part, because they will take the photograph every time. So the importance of weight will be different from the different ages, different kind of people. Okay, that BIJK, consumer K's belief is to the amount of attribute I offered by the brand J. So the attribute what you are going to see, your belief is that what extent it has written. So that is the same thing you are going to get. So that is very often happening in the case of, if the brand is unknown. You do not know the performance of the brand earlier. You have not tested this kind of product earlier. So a new attribute came with this particular product. What is the degree of believability of use? N is the number of important attributes in the selection of the given brand. So here it's the score. More is the score of D, then you are more dissatisfied on the brand of J. So that is mostly is it happening. From here you can able to understand that whether you are selecting this brand or not selecting this brand. So choice rules of the ideal brand model. Go through now the choice models, how it is going to happen, that the closer an actual brand comes to this ideal, the more it will be preferred. Means when the new brand you are searching for, the brand is very much similar to your previous brand what you have already purchased, but having the attributes are superior than this one, then your selection is very high. If the attributes are completely different from the models what you have purchased, then you may not select this kind of things. Now the basic choice heuristics at the end of this day, whether we make complexity or conclusion in the mind of the customer decision to make. So following things are going to see that whether we are satisfied or not. The after referral heuristics, so it considers consumers obtain information from their earlier experience stored in their own memory regarding the brand alternatives tried in the past. This is more important for the oldest people, not to select a new brand, not to select a new features in the product. And they will be always comfortable with the brand or product what they have already purchased. Even if also they do not want to experiment with the new softwares. But the new generation might be going through this particular kind of things. They will frequently going to change. So it is more important that earlier experience, what it has stored, what extent that is similar to the brand alternatives what you are going to choose. More is the similarities, more is the chances that the customer is going to purchase this particular product. A holistic approach is used by the consumers based on their most positive feelings about a given product. So holistic approach cases, you are going to say that altogether where it is good, then positive feelings will be more. You are going to find that. Now the rules, what decisions rules, what we have seen in the market, that is divided into two parts. One is your compensatory decision making, second is non-compensatory. Compensatory decision making cases, what it is going to happen, that this is conjunctive, disjunctive, eliminated by the aspects, lexicographic, affected referral. So compensatory rules cases, what we have seen that one attribute's low score is being compensated by the another attribute's high score, and the total score, if it is more, let us say you have given the 100 scores to the different factors, and finally what it is going to happen that the score what it is achieving, if that is more than that, then you are selecting. That is one way. Second is that the total score, means let us say 10, 10 each you are going to give for the attribute score, and finally if the 10 attributes are there, the total score is 100, and out of 100, if the product can able to achieve 60% or 70%, then that particular brand is selected. So what it is going to happen, so you are going to give each brand scores. So there are 4 to 5 brands are there, then you are going to give the scores, and finally adding all the scores. When you are adding all the scores, might be 1-2 brands having the score more than 60%. So when it is more than 60%, consumer is going to select. So here we can say it is a compensatory, because one attribute's high score can be compensated by the another attribute's low score. But when we are going to take regarding non-compensatory, then we are going to fix each attribute wise score. Means although the compensatory wise one brand is selected, but non-compensatory wise this brand is not selected, because in specific attribute where you have put certain score, this particular brand is unable to attain the score what you have assigned in that particular attributes. Let us go through this particular example where we can able to understand it very well. So non-compensatory, what I discussed, this one, that smaller set of the product attributes, they are seeking particular combination of the product attributes. So under that we have 3 rules, that is coming under your non-compensatory rules. One is your conjunctive rules, second is your disjunctive rules, third is lexicographic rules. So we'll go through next when the attributes each score is changing the decision of the customers. But in compensatory cases, all these attributes score, whose score is highest, total score is highest, that is we are selecting. But now the concept being changed, that non-compensatory cases we are very much interested for the cutoff points. So here we are going to make the cutoff points of the each attribute. So that is your, so cutoff points for total attributes and cutoff points for the each attributes. So let us go through this one. Let us see this one. Here we will see that let us 4 hotels are there: Hotel A, Hotel B, Hotel C, and Hotel D. So we have put as a consumer, this is the minimum standards. If that is there, then definitely we will go for that particular hotels. Let us say you have put near the beach, that is 5, in the big city, that is 6, the special rooms 10, swimming pool 8, restaurant quality. If you are selecting that this hotel must be nearer to beach and it must be in a big city, so score will be 5 and 6. So if it is 5 and 6, we can able to see that Hotel A, the near to the beach, the score is more, but in the big city score is low than that. If you are selecting Hotel B, so near to the beach is higher and in the big city is also lesser. If you are selecting that is Hotel C, then it is 10 and 3. Then Hotel D, that is 4. That means all the four hotels are rejected. Means one of the attribute cases, if you are going to find it is higher, so second attribute cases it is lower. But if you are going to select two things, one is the near to the beach and second is the good views. You can able to see the beach very well. See, these are the two things you are going to take to select the hotels. So in that particular cases, what it will happen, that 5 is the score and 4 is the score. Now Hotel A you are going to select because 6 is more than 5 and 9 is also more than 4. Second cases also you are going to select 8 is more than 5. This is 5. This is also 10, 10. Both are, this is 4 and 10. That means 4 hotels being selected. So that means this conjunctive rules is not right. So what you can do, the next another thing also you can going to calculate, that is your restaurant quality. A good restaurants you are going to find. So that means 7. So if you are going to select that one, all the hotels being selected in this near to the beach and good views. But in the restaurant quality cases, we are going to find only one hotel, that is Hotel D, having the scores. Hotel D and Hotel B, both are having the score more than 7, that you are going to find. But if you are going to select swimming pool, again also both the hotels can be selected. But if you are going to select that the hotel service levels and other things, that particular cases we will not find both the hotels are there. So on the basis of that conjunctive rules cases, we are going to finalize this one. Now disjunctive rules. Disjunctive rules is what, that the disjunctive heuristics use the minimum cutoff points for every brand attribute. So one is the total brand attribute, second is this one. So here we are going to see the score. If you are going to add all the scores and you are going to find the score is more than that, then you are going to say your hotel is going to be selected. And if the score is less than that, then your hotel is not going to. So that is what it is going to happen in the conjunctive rules. Means total score you are going to add. So if you are going to add 6 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 6 plus 9, that is for hotel A. Then for hotel B, 8 plus 5 plus 6 plus 10 plus 10 plus 4 plus 5. So these where 2 tens are there, definitely this score will be more than that one. So you will find, I think that hotel B, the score will be more you are going to find. So that's why it can also be selected, that cases. So this is the conjunctive rules cases, that if you are going to calculate 8, 5 is 13, 13, 6 it is coming, 19, 19 then 20, 39, 39 then 9, if it is coming, that is 48. And here you are going to find that is 5, 6, 11, 10, 21, 21, 8, 29, 29, 7, that it is coming 36, 36, 9, 45, then 45 for 49 is it coming. So like that, these scores you are going to add, and which score is more, then you can say that this hotel is selected or rejected. So disjunctive cases, that is little bit different. Each attribute score is going to be compared, and on the basis of that we can say which is going to be selected. Like here, that disjunctive rules, we are going to find that consumer B has 2 criteria. One is your near beach, and big city and good views. These three attributes that disjunctive rules cases the customer is going to select. So you will find that the score is near the beach is 5, the standardized score being given. Your score, that hotel score must be more than that. Second is that big city, that is 6, and third one is good views. Good views is 4. So you just see that hotel A is not selected because 6 is more than 5, but 4 is not more than 6. But another point is right. Second case is hotel B, 8 is more than 5, then 5 is not more than 6. So again, that is also rejected. Third case is 10 is more than 5, then 3 is not more than the 10 is. Fourth cases, 4 is not more than that, this is not more than that. So only thing is that hotel B cases you may select because this 6 is 5 is very much nearer to 6. You can say that yes, that can also be selected. So disjunctive rule cases, each attribute score is going to be calculated, and each attribute, which attribute the consumer has given the considering. So on the basis of that you are going to do. Lexicographic heuristics is more positive in nature than the conjunctive heuristics. So these heuristics aims instead of rejecting the bad ones and the selecting the best brand out of the given. So here you are not selecting the bad one of these particular things, rather than which are the more important things that you are going to select, which attributes you may consider or you are very much interested on. So that you are considering. So in order to apply these heuristics, buyers first rate the importance of the attributes in the brand sort. So you are prioritizing which attributes are more important to you, and after prioritizing that you are going to do like that. Like I can say spacious room and service level. These two things you are going to select. So now you just see that the spacious rooms, the score is coming that 10. Then you are going to find that good views, service levels you are going to find it is 9. So both the cases you are going to find in hotel A cases, this is 3 and 6. So it's not selected because 6 is neither more than or 3 is not more than. Spacious room cases, 6 is also not more than, 4 is also not more than. Then this is hotels C cases also not more than that one. So hotel D also that is not there. So when you will find that what the importance you are going to give, the hotel score definitely more than that, and we can able to say that that is going to be selected. So linear compensatory heuristics in these rules, consumers permit the strength of a particular brand attribute to compensate for the weakness of another attribute. Like I can say that if the cell phone look is not good, but cell phone camera is good and cell phone processor speed is good and cell phone clarity is good, then I can neglect the look. I can neglect the laptop look. I can neglect the TV look if all other attributes are good. So that is what we call it as a linear compensatory heuristics. Means the attributes to whom you think that is a weak, that attributes you are not going to consider, and you are considering only the best one. Now the marketing response to the choice heuristics. Marketer use a varieties of methods of negotiating with the phenomenon of choice rules and the complexity. So that's why you will find the companies intentionally making too many attributes in their products because they know it very well. Customers have the different options. Some of the customers are focusing more on the camera. Some of the customers are more on the screen size, slimness, weight of the cell phone. Then you are going to find processor speed, battery backup, then see how speed your charge can be possible. So the frequently used shortcut is to nudge the consumers and draw attention. So that means how fast you can give this particular attribute so that consumer can take in the decisions very fast. That is more important. Market believes as a heuristic consumer. So what often these consumers are believing this particular market or the different brands, that is also equally important. So because you are going to make the market relationships to understand the consumer beliefs, where their beliefs is more, try to make this particular product and that attribute better way from the company side, so that your belief will be strong. The consumer can able to believe you very well, and you can able to solve the decision issues. And the marketing response to the choice heuristics, price and heuristics are most variable. And the brand equity created, you can able to create a better brand equity by providing the different attributes very successfully, and you can give this one. So thanking you. I think that today's session able to understand very highly regarding how to do the evaluation of alternatives of the different brands after information searching process. Thank you.